Hey guys, it's Rachel at Queen Vacuum. It's a Thursday and we're technically closed. This is a little behind the scenes moment. We were pretty much light on central vac, the in-house service calls today, and we don't happen to be traveling this week to see family, so we're taking the opportunity to work in store, get caught up on some stuff, and work behind the scenes on some of this like little projects and reorganizing. You'll see why in a second. But yeah, so we are closed. We've been doing a lot of renovations lately, and form follows function, right, guys? I am just curious what kind of changes you guys have had to make since the pandemic ended, if it did. I guess it did. I don't know. But I got to thinking, we have made so many changes in the past couple years and even the past few months that, and I feel like it's for the 8 millionth time because there are things we had to change in our business to work around the challenges going on like in the world. So like when at the height of the pandemic, we were one of the essentials and we were open and it was insanely busy. We're in like a home care type thing and everybody was home and panicking and trying to keep their house clean and stay sane and stay healthy. So we were really busy for that. And so it was a blessing for us in a way because it was actually a very busy business time. Fast forward to last year, 2022 was a nightmare because it was the height of the shortages. So we were so lacking in product, and I'm going to be very honest with you, it hurt badly. The repairs picked up, and that is one of the advantages of the type of store that we have. It's a very old business, and one of the reasons is because it's multiple businesses within one. I'm sure many businesses can say that. And in our case, we're not just vacuum cleaner sales and like accessories and bags and like, all that fun stuff, but we're also repairs. So repairs, all that stuff. So when one part of the economy inevitably tanks, there's something else to fall back on, and we're still able to help people. Sometimes we have to get creative, but the other part of it is, we all have spaces that we have to rent, and there's limitations of like what you're allowed to do in the town, what you're allowed to do in the physical space, things that are just like logistically reasonable and not. And so we've had to shuffle around our space, I feel like a million times, because the building was a certain way, the layout of our unit was a certain way, so we kind of worked around it. And then as you get into it, right, you start to learn, this part works really well, and some parts don't work so efficiently, right? So we've been playing with that. So people that are regulars here in this Shrewsbury shop have seen a couple different changes happen, and I'm going to show you more like what I mean in a minute. But because trying to like keep our workflow easy for us and efficient, we've also, you can see, made little shifts to our hours, the way we block plan our time throughout the week, so we can focus on particular things. We have several, like 4 consecutive days where we focus on the face-to-face incoming repairs, pickups, drop-offs, vacuum sales, the accessory sales, the stuff that has to be very hands-on, typically kind of educational, but like face-to-face stuff, we block that out. We have time, therefore, overnight to be able to crank out the repairs that have to be done because it's dirty, it's loud and smelly, and you have to really concentrate so you don't cross wires and blow stuff up. So we've kind of block planned and organized that. And then we also do like central vacuum with the built-in house systems. And that you have to go on the road for. So John does a lot of those as well. So that leaves the Thursdays and Fridays that we're closed to the public. We try to concentrate all that into those days as best we can. So this way you're on the road, you're on the go, you can get all your orders in, everything is consolidated and efficient as possible, right? So sorry I'm rambling, but there's a point to this. So yes, we've made changes. This is our 20th year since we took over the old vacuum store in Red Bank. And so this is John and I, this is our 20th year doing this as small business owners and, retail, repair, the whole thing. We've learned a lot of things, and the industry has changed a lot. The towns have changed a lot. We've changed a lot. There's so much stuff, and we're always learning and always refining. So that brings me to my point about reorganizing spaces. And it's crazy, but it just feels like the changes have accelerated in the past 10, really 5, 3, 2, 1 years, a lot of changes have happened. And so therefore we feel like sometimes we need to shuffle around our space to make the tasks that we do more efficient, and but still trying to keep things pretty. So we have moved again our showroom area back to this front area. As you saw me like walk in, you'll notice that we moved this wall. We moved the wall. It was kind of like cockeyed going over, where am I going? It was like connected to here. So that experience as you walked in was a little different. So now there's like a hallway kind of thing going on. But as you walk in, that is the same. We still have, you know, like quickie grabs, you know, bags and some filters and stuff like that. But we put our showroom, our Miele showroom, our products, the new brand new vacuum cleaners out for sale, out displayed right up front where you can see them very easily and conveniently. One of the new things, and of course most everything is picked up now, but back here we have a dedicated space right up front for the repairs. So the incoming repairs, so when there's an overflow at the front counter, we actually have a counter here where a second person can write you up, you know, put the thing up on the counter so we can look at it together, or space on the ground if we need to do it there. But back here is where we can actually store the vacuums that are done and ready to be picked up, kind of like right out there in plain sight. And the second terminal for actually the computer for writing that stuff up. So why am I bringing this up? So we did that to try to keep all of our stuff in one space, because sometimes it just needs to be that one of us is primarily running the show at a given time. We need to be real efficient to go back and forth. So then what on earth is happening back in there? We did at one point have like all the vacuums lined up there. Actually wasn't very efficient. And then last year, when there were no vacuums to sell, that was kind of lame. So we had to kind of reorganize that, consolidate that. And so now this room, we now that we're getting inventory back, hooray, we got Miele vacuums back. Now we're like, okay, now what do we do with all the stock? Good problem to have, right? So had to get creative again with what to do with the overflow of the normal amount of inventory, since we shuffled things around and lost some spaces. I also need to have my desk, my little office. I need to have that kind of right here on the main floor, kind of out of sight, but so that I can be getting stuff done in between time and then run out and then help you guys up front. So I'm going to take a little break, but I'm going to give you a little tour of what's in the back. But yeah, I just want to give you an update because I haven't. I promised that I would, just to kind of show you around the shop, the main part that you're going to experience when you come in. So you kind of know where to go. When you come in, you're going to see one of us here at I call it the box office. You can grab your like quick little, stain treatments and chemicals, the Myers, the seventh generation cleaning products, your Miele bags, fragrance and stuff like that. And then yes, the new vacuums are out here with our fun little demo friend right here on the ground. You can drop off your repairs as usual. So that's the organization of when you come in and you need help for any one of those things. Simple, easy, like right bing bang boom right up front. Keep that real efficient. There is going to be overflow of like the other brand bags, like all the other brands of bags that we try to keep in stock for you. The overflow of inventory, a little overflow room in case it gets a little nutty up front here and we need to work with you back there, do like another demonstration or whatever. Or in many cases, we're enabling people to wait for their repairs if they're just very basic and routine. Sometimes with a little notice, we can do your repair or your annual Miele HEPA change and routine service. We can do that while you wait. So there's a little couch back there. We moved that back there to like free up some space for vacuums. So that is in the works as we speak. Very badly needed. So I'm going to do a separate little tour of that. But I just wanted to keep you updated on what to expect when you come in now, what to do, where things are, and why. So that's the why of why we did it. I'm curious to see what kind of changes you guys might have had to have made in your lives. If you're a business also, I'm curious, what was your experience like, say, before COVID and after? What kind of changes did you have to make? Did you find you had to make a lot, or I don't know, are we just weirdos and we just like to move furniture around? What kind of changes did you make, or what kind of realizations did you come to? I can tell you we learned a whole lot. That's a video for another day, but I'm just curious if you want to pop your comments down below. Let us know what kind of changes you made, and some bad, but if there's anything encouraging and exciting or real important revelations that you had, aha moments, it'd be really awesome to share it with all of us. All right, so checking out for now, but stay tuned and check back in. I'm going to take you on a tour in the other room. Thanks, guys. See you soon.